Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, the Flosstube channel, which is all about cross stitch. I am the Soulful Stitcher, known as Melanie, and if you are returning to my channel, thank you for coming back. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy yourself. So let's jump right into it. Life update, nothing really going on. It's been a kind of a hectic last couple of months. I haven't uploaded a video in a while. One, just going through some different things. Two, was traveling for work for about 3 weeks. So now I'm back home. So I am ready to do the video and connect with everyone. So first thing first, let's talk about the Year of WIPs 2021. I know that the details were supposed to come out on the 18th, but I was not at home, so I was unable to do that. I did take stitching with me, but working 10 hours a day for 3 weeks, which is 150 hours in 3 weeks, there was just no way I was interested in picking up a needle. And also the lighting in the hotel was crappy, so I wouldn't have really been able to see that great. And just, quite frankly, during that time, just really didn't have a desire to stitch. It's starting to come back slowly, but even with me being home this past week, I've probably picked up 2 projects and probably for about 15 minutes each, not long at all. So I'm hoping the desire and the drive to stitch comes back. But we all go through this at different phases and different points, and eventually it does, so I'm not really worried about it. But the Year of WIPs 2021 is going to be fairly relaxed. I know the last couple years were kind of extreme, so I just really wanted to make it something simple, with this pandemic and just personal things that people are going through. This year hasn't been a great year. I just wanted to make sure that the Year of WIPs, we get back to the basics, and the basics is what? Fun. So it's called the Year of the Series. And basically, you can work on anything that is considered a series that has 12 parts to it. To qualify or be eligible for the major drawing at the end of the year, you have to have completed 6 parts. And what I mean is, for instance, let me take Cottages of the Month by Country Cottage Needlework. If you've already stitched January, that doesn't count. Then it would be February through July. So you would have had to stitch 6 sections in the year of 2021 in order to qualify. So again, your series only has to have 12 parts, and to qualify for the major drawing, you only have to have 6 of those stitched by the end of the year. Let's see what else. And that's it. Anything qualifies as a series as long as it has 12 parts to it. Mystery Samplers, Cottages of the Month, Santa's Village, Frosty Friends, you know what I'm talking about. You guys have been in the game long enough to know what a series is. So anything qualifies as a series as long as it has 12 parts to it. And the normal goes, you have to create a photo album of all of your pieces beforehand. And then every 3 months, you have to update it to show what your progress is in order to qualify for the drawing as well. If at the end I go to check and your photo album is not updated, or you don't have anything in there, or it's not correct, then you do not qualify. So as far as the photo album is concerned, you need to have a picture of the WIP. You need to have a picture of the design that you're stitching. If it's a mystery sampler, just have a picture of the cover page showing that it's a mystery sampler, and I will know that means that each month you get emailed a section of the sampler. And then I will check every 3 months to make sure that the albums are being updated. So that's it for the Year of WIPs. Easy peasy, cut and dry. It shouldn't be difficult whatsoever. Now, let's talk about my WIPs. Since the last time we've talked, before I left, I did get a lot of stitching done, but it was on a few projects. For instance, let me show you, I worked on Celtic Winter by Lavender and Lace. Sorry about that. And I have gotten her arm stitched in. I've gotten her dress all the way down, just that line. And I got a couple motifs on the side. Her hair is all done. Her her headdress is not completed because you have to put whisper thread. If you know anything about whisper thread, it's a white fuzzy thread, and I don't want it to get dirty or distorted, so I'm going to wait until the very end to put that in. And also, a lot of the whisper thread is being held in her hand as well. So I haven't done that, haven't completed that. She is a woman of color, so I've changed her skin tone, and her lipstick is a mauve color. All right, so that's one piece that I have finished, or not finished, but one piece that I worked on. Next piece that I worked on is by Little House Needleworks, and it is a mystery sampler called Song of the Seasons. And there's 3 parts to it. And this is where I've gotten so far. I've gotten a lot of the grass done down at the bottom. Almost finished here. Got a little vine that I have to complete on this side. And then still more to go. And I used to beat myself up about getting projects done. But I've just found that I am a progress stitcher, meaning I like the progress of stitching, which it's not too bad because I actually did finish 5 this year, and I need to finally finish 1 for a group of mine called WIP, and in that group you're just responsible for finishing 4 designs a year and finally finishing 1. So I still have to finally finish 1 design. But I did, for me to be a progress stitcher, I did get 5 finished this year. So I'm really happy about that. Next up, the one that I worked on is by Stony Creek Collection, and it's called Christmas Sentiments. And I got this idea to stitch this one by Christine from Stitch All the Things. Hers is beautiful. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. And I'm doing this on a 28 count even weave that I just dyed myself, which is like this mint green. And this is how far I've gotten so far. I'm just getting one of the trees, got one of the cardinals done. Okay. Next up, I worked on Harvest Delivery by Plum Street Samplers. And this is what this looks like. And I have not completed much at all on this. I don't know what the linen is called. It's just a mystery linen that I had in my stash. 28 count. I'm stitching it over 1. And I'm using the called for threads. Next up, let's see what we have here. Oh, this is one that I saw from Gable Stitcher and really wanted this one. And this is by JBW Designs called Green Gables. And who doesn't like Anne of Green Gables? That is such a good movie. And this is what this design looks like. And I'm stitching this on a piece of color and cotton linen. It is the July Fabric Club called Pearwood 32 count Lugana. And this is how far I have gotten. I've just gotten down to the vine. Okay. And I am using the called for threads for that as well. A mixture of DMC and some Gentle Arts, I believe. Sampler, Classic Color Works, and Week Dye Works, and DMC. Next up, I didn't really do anything on that. I found an oldie but goodie. And one that I hadn't worked on in a long time. And this was one of the first charts that I had purchased when I had first gotten into cross stitch from my local needlework shop. And it's by Country Cottage Needleworks, and it's called Key Lime Cake. And I just happened to be going through my stash and came across it and decided that I wanted to stitch on it. And this was a thread pack, so I'm using the called for threads with it. And I'm just using a small piece of linen. Don't know what it the color is or anything. But here it is. Key Lime Cake. I mean, this is years. Oh, wow. Years old. Excuse me. Let me see if I can see. No, doesn't give me a year. But I know that I bought this a long time ago. I've been living in this house almost 9 years. So it was early on when I first moved here. Let's see what else I've worked on. Let me see. Do I have anything else? What is this? Oh, yes. This is Mrs. Bingley's Library by Plum Street Sampler. And this is what that looks like. And I'm using some of the called for threads. And this is how far I've gotten. And I'm just using a 40 count linen. It's like a raw or a flax maybe. And this is where I've gotten. And let's see what else. If there's anything else that I worked on. No. Nope, that pretty much sums up all of the stuff that I've worked on. Not a whole lot, I made some progress. So let's talk about haul or stash acquisition, which is not much at all. Not much. I purchased this a while ago. This was back before Halloween, and I just haven't shown it to you because I haven't did a video. And this is called the All Hallows Eve Sampler by Joan Elliott, which everybody has seen this. And I'm just using the called for DMC. Then I really had to have these. Which was Hands-On Designs, the Flamingo Designs. This one is Flamingo Bells. And this one is Flamingo All the Way. Well, I wanted number 3 or maybe number 1. But when I went to order them, they were out. Next up, our girl. We have to order from her. Which is Liz Matthews, Just a Bunch of Hocus Pocus. And I will probably start this one next Halloween. I didn't get around to it this year. And last, something that we all have been seeing come across Flosstube that everyone is into. And this is The Winter Rose Manor by Brenda Gervais. This is so beautiful. The only problem is this. Just like everywhere, and I'm not going to make a big deal about it because what can you do? It's not the shop's fault or anything like that. We're not able to get threads right now. And Brenda, with this booklet, did not do the DMC equivalent. So I had to go searching for them, which is fine, no big deal. And a couple of them does not have a DMC equivalent. So I have to kind of figure out what is going to go. First of all, I need to look at the chart and find out what symbol goes with that color and where that color is being used at in the chart. So I can figure out what color would really be appropriate for that. For the ones that I do not have, I'm going to use my Victorian motto threads. I have an abundance of those, and they're still coming. I love Nancy's threads. So that's totally fine. Or if that becomes too frustrating and it's not going to work the way that I would like it to, I'm just going to try to find the rest of the threads from this shop and that shop and just try to piece them together and get them until I get all of them. I did get some of them, but when I got 1, 2, 3 stitch, they were out of most of them. So, well, that's it for me. I want to thank you for stopping by. And, if you have any questions, you can catch me on Instagram as the Soulful Planning Stitcher. You can catch me on Facebook in my group, Soulful Stitching. I also belong to a couple other groups. Just reach out to me if you have any questions about the year WIPs or you need me to clarify anything. But that's it as far as my stitching is concerned. So you guys have a great day, and thank you for coming to hang out with me. Bye-bye.